Hey, what is going on, my Elio friends? This is Joker88 welcoming you to another episode of Let's Talk Elio. Today is Sunday, April 30th, 2017. What do we have going on with Elio, guys? There's a couple of things going on with Elio, I know. And I think that we did get a few more reservations. I'm not sure because I kind of stopped doing the count after we hit the 65, and it really slowed down almost to a halt. The biggest news that came out this week was they had a pop-up event out there in Michigan. I think it's in Pontiac, Michigan, where they brought out the E1C for people to see. And I know that a bunch of people did go. I did see a couple of videos on YouTube, people posting that excited to see it and really happy to see it. So that's where they brought the car out for people just to see it. And I think it was just right on the side of the street where they kind of just took out the E1C and had people sit in it, which is a good move, I would say, for Elio because they need to get some good publicity out there, right? And I know there's going to be negative counterpoints to this discussion that we're having. But to me, it's good news. To me, it's good news every time they kind of just show their face out there. Hey, we're still here. We're still trying to do this thing. And, we're saying that it's 2018. And I know a lot of you guys are frustrated. But, we're still working on it. And it's true. I believe it, You may not, but that's your opinion. That's okay. So a lot of die-hard fans were there to check out the car, and some people that only knew the basic, and they have passerbys also that wanted to check out the car, which is kind of cool, right? Because the more people know, the better it's going to be. So it was out there in Pontiac, Michigan, and I know someone did say that I think on the initial Elio Motors company where they were going to set up somewhere. They were going to set up shop over there in Pontiac, Michigan, right? So, but we all know what's going on over there with Shreveport and the Caddo Parish out there in Shreveport, Louisiana. So the E1C was there. You can see people were there checking it out. Just check out the pictures. People are excited to see it. And then they did field some questions. Some of the main questions that they asked that was that will there be another pop-up event in my area soon? They said that maybe because their focus right now is to get the cars into production. So that's cool with me. And I know a lot of people are saying, man, sell me that E1C. But, I'll wait. I'm good. Another one. What else did they ask questions here? They said that what will the final name for the Elio vehicle be? So they said that the answer to this question is forthcoming. And there it is again. Can I just buy the E1C? As you can see, they've heard it many times. And they said that, hey, we can't blame you guys for trying. But they keep on saying the only way to get an Elio is to set up a reservation. And then they're targeting to get everything done next year and filling all reservations in the first year's production. So according to them, they said that the Pontiac event was a huge success. If any of you guys were there, please drop us a note here, leave a comment below, and let us know how it went. Just right before this event, they actually talked about the suspension of the car. So this was on April 26. The title was Suspension of Disbelief. So the suspension of disbelief here, guys, they're trying to compare it with a Hollywood blockbuster movie where everybody's anticipating for the release. They show you a little bit of trailers here and there, so they're giving us a little bit of a sneak peek on how they're working on the suspension that's going to go into the final product. So as you can see, they are working on this car, and I'm presuming these are the Continental tires. As you can see, the suspension. They did mount a GoPro on there to probably monitor and see the drive of the car. And I believe this is not the first E-Series vehicle, because remember the first E-Series vehicle did not have headlights. I think they just blacked this out into black. So, and as you can see, they're doing testing. They went ahead and taped all these cables into the car. So, things are happening. So here's a shot of the suspension. As you can see, there's a wishbone up there. And what they're talking about is, you may have an awesome car, but if it's hard to handle, it's not stable on the road, well, then it's not really worth it to drive, right? So that's what they're trying to get right, is that they're trying to get the handling correct, so that the driver and the occupants will be safe in this vehicle while they're driving it, because it'll be stable and it'll be able to handle. And again, they're saying that due to the low center of gravity, the Elio design allow for similar stability and handling to most vehicles on the road today. And they also talked about the front braking system, the independent suspension. The vehicle will come with ABS and electronic stability control. Because of Elio's lightweight, power steering is not necessary, which allows us to use just a rack and pinion steering. Makes sense. The Elio is using what they call SLA, short long arm suspension, where the upper arm is short and the lower arm is longer. So they said that it will enhance the camber of the vehicle when it's in motion. So they talked about the rear suspension of the Elio, where it features the pole rod front suspension, which is a rod that runs from the lower shock mount to the upper control arm to support the vehicle. So a lot of race cars and exotic vehicles have this kind of setup, and I believe that's the same way the Lamborghini Aventador has. Uh-oh. The lower control arm assembly is proven an existing component which mounts to the engine cradle. So again, for the rear suspension, they're using the single trailing arm rear suspension, similar to a motorcycle swing arm, but it's much stronger. This component will be made of high pressure die casted aluminum to ensure the strength. The upper control arm, which mounts to the front rails, is retained by a rubber bearing, will also be high pressure casted. You know what? I think this is a positive week for all of us Elio fans, because they had that pop-up event, right? That was very successful, and they're talking about the different suspensions, and my thinking that this is a different E-Series that they're doing the suspension on. And then you can see that they're still working on this car to make sure that, they didn't just stop whatever they're doing because they hit 65,000. So, all right, guys, we're going to go ahead and pack all these guys' money and get out of here. No way. They're working on it. So I do thank all of you guys that are sticking with me, and thank you for all your positive feedback that you've been giving me, guys. And like I said, I'm in this for the long haul. We're going to make sure we see this thing all the way through. I will talk to you guys next week. I hope you guys have a great week, guys. And this is Joker88. Talk to you later. Bye.